All right. Hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It's Nigeria once again. And this is going to be another wrestling match review. Tonight is the night. Tonight is John Cena's final match as a professional wrestler, as a WWE superstar, what have you. Uh, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I'm not ready. But before I spill my heart out, I'll save it to the end. For now, I wanted to take it back to where it all began, at least on the main roster and at least on regular television, and see the Doctor of Thugonomics in more humble beginnings, as he goes up against hence the veteran Kurt Angle, and defines not only his whole career but the upcoming era with two very famous words: ruthless aggression. I'm talking about John Cena versus Kurt Angle on the June 27th, 2002 episode of Smackdown. Now, as always, I'm not a professional wrestling reviewer or analyst or anything like that. Just a man who enjoys a good time, and I must say I had a pretty good time. Excuse me, with this match. And also, before you guys ask in the comments, no, I didn't get a haircut to celebrate the occasion of John Cena's final match. I didn't get the haircut to pay tribute or anything, or because it was a special occasion. No, got a haircut essentially because I needed to get a haircut. Um, so that's why. Hey, but and the one thing, hey, sorry for the tangent. The one thing I love about getting haircuts is, well, for starters, I look nice. But hey, tell me I look nice in the comments. Do it. Did you do it? I'll just assume you did it. But the other thing is that the breeze feels nice on my scalp. And that's always a nice feeling, you know. But as for this match, now, of course, if you've seen these reviews of mine before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'm gonna be talking about what I liked and disliked about the match. Uh, so beginning here, Kurt Angle, this was right after he had also gotten a certain haircut. This one a bit more permanent, and this was after Judgment Day, 2002, where Kurt Angle got lost the hair versus hair match against Edge, got his head shaved, and for a little bit, Kurt Angle had the headgear, but had a wig on before eventually embracing the bald. Well, in reality, his hair was kind of thinning, and so he figured it was time to go bald. Well, and honestly, um, as someone who was first familiar with Kurt Angle when he had no hair, like obviously I started watching in 2008. By that time, Kurt Angle was in TNA. But even going back and watching Kurt Angle being bald, and then knowing he did in fact have hair within the first couple years he was in the WWF. Honestly, I think I like bald Kurt better, or something about it. I guess the lack of hair makes him more aerodynamic, but maybe that's just me. But Kurt Angle call somebody out. Oh, this was around when he was doing like the open challenge and everything, not for a title, just as to wrestle them. And so a young John Cena comes out. Now, the version I watched that they put up on YouTube, apparently all my life. Now, this is actually the first time I've seen this match in its entirety, but this whole time, I didn't know he just came out to the SmackDown theme. At this time, the SmackDown theme was "The Beautiful People" by Marilyn Manson. But whenever they show the moment, they play John Cena's like first theme when he first was a superstar. So I just figured, oh, that was the music. No, apparently this is the real actual theme, and of course they posted it. I believe a couple months ago. Oh, essentially, to help celebrate the fact that it's John Cena's final match coming up. Yeah, they posted this back on the actual anniversary, so the 23-year anniversary. Yes, John Cena's been in WWE for 23 years now. But or at least wrestling on main roster and everything for 23 years now. But John Cena comes out. This is when he still had like the little tights and everything, and nowhere near the John Cena we would know and love today. Kurt Angle says, who the hell are you? He says, I'm John Cena. And even Michael Cole's putting over John Cena on commentary. And then Kurt Angle asks him what qualities, and I may be kind of paraphrasing here, what qualities do you possess that makes you think you can stand up to me, or something like that. And John Cena says those two famous words, ruthless aggression, and then slaps down not John Cena, slaps down Kurt Angle. Well, now we're obviously going to get into the match, talking about what I liked and disliked, but I will say that is how you do a debut. That's how you immediately make a statement, show up, say you got ruthless aggression, and then boom, punch the guy in the face. That is how you make an impact. And then starting with what I liked, John Cena got quite a bit in for a match featuring a in a way a kind of unknown rookie, because at this time not a lot of people knew who John Cena was. As you were probably more familiar with him if you like watched OVW at the time, which I did not, because I was like I wasn't even two yet. I was still just a year old. Uh, but a lot of people didn't really know John Cena, didn't really know who he was, 'cause, and for someone who they didn't really know too much about who he was, they gave him quite a bit. He got quite a bit of offense. He kind of dominates like the first majority of the match, even like consistently getting out of the ankle and really throwing Kurt Angle around. Making John Cena look strong, which would be a which for a lot of people would be a reoccurring theme in John Cena's career. But great presentation. So great presentation in so far, or like just having him beating down Kurt Angle pillar to post, and now eventually Kurt Angle does come back, but yeah, having Cena get as much as he did, I think he even gets like the majority of the offense. If not, it's probably 50-50. But seeing him get quite as much as he did, I think was very well done. It really put over John Cena in a very big way. Hey, meanwhile, Kurt's still able to do what he does, and Kurt eventually he gets the roll up. He kind of traps him underneath. He almost in like a backslide position, but it's not quite, because Kurt Angle kind of rolled him over, or in a way it looked kind of weird, but eventually Kurt gets the three. And I do like how it's not like an emphatic like, oh, hit the ankle slam and then get a definitive pin, or hit the ankle or lock in the ankle lock and Cena taps out. No, Kurt like rolls him over, or and almost in a way kind of escapes with the win. I think that really helps put over Cena even more. The fact that Kurt Angle, who in kayfabe was in kind of panic mode and had to essentially like eke out a pin over Cena. So I think that was very well done. Afterwards, Cena tries to shake his hand. Kurt is having none of it. He keeps going like back and forth from the ring to the apron. Kurt doesn't want to shake Cena's hand. Almost looks offended. He's like, "Why would I shake your hand? I won the match. You lost. I'm not shaking your hand." And so that was pretty funny. But yeah. So this look of Cena though wouldn't last for much longer, or he was even almost on his way out, because he was seen as kind of bland and everything. And that was until Stephanie McMahon heard him rap, and then he became the Doctor of Thugonomics, and as they say, the rest is history. But now that the review portion of this video is out of the way, now it's time to spill my heart. I mentioned how I started watching wrestling in 2008, and that being the case, I was always a very big fan of John Cena. I feel like a lot of the 2000 kids were a very big fan of John Cena. Really, showcasing and living up to his three famous words: hustle, loyalty, and respect. Like John Cena, which I wish I got my John Cena shirt washed in time. It's still in my dirty clothes bin, and so I didn't get it washed in time. So just enjoy Zelda instead. But I remember growing up with John Cena, being a huge fan of his. A lot of people who I feel like were definitely fans of Cena around the time did become Super Cena a little later, and some people are starting to get sick of him. But with Cena being in the business and in WWE for as long as he was, being the top guy for as long as he was, and he was just about always there. he pretty much anytime he was needed, he was there. It started to slow down a little later in his career when he started doing more movies and everything. But for Cena to constantly be there, constantly be kind of the guy in a lot of ways, it wasn't always perfect. But Cena just did about how everything that was required of him and asked of him. And like I said, not always. There were some cases where the wrong decision was made when it came to Cena, but still, having that longevity, and you can tell he's very well liked backstage. Him being kind of a mentor to the younger wrestlers and helping them along, even watching just about every match on the show, even when his match had come and gone. And I feel like a lot of people start to gain a lot more respect for John Cena once he started doing the U.S. Open. The United States Open Challenge around 2015, and he took on like a variety of superstars, but also even a variety of up and comers. Like he took on Sami Zayn, Neville, um, Rusev as well. So there it was that aspect. And Cena being able to really stay in it for the long haul. And you can tell they put a lot of faith into John Cena, and the fans didn't always like him. They didn't always appreciate him, but he took it and he never really complained, at least not to my knowledge. But he never really complained. It was just kind of another day for him. So I think he's definitely more than earned his flowers. His retirement tour didn't always go as well as it could have, but hell of a send off, up to the point where this show, Saturday Night's Main Event, which I am gonna watch because it's gonna start in a little bit, and it'll be fully underway by the time this video goes up. They want to do a full tribute, but Cena decided, you know what? We'll get my match out of the way first. He's facing Gunther, and we'll instead showcase the next generation, the NXT talent, which I think very much a class act from John Cena. And I think it definitely speaks a lot to his character. So, John Cena, from me to you, who thanks for everything, and it's to a point where her other wrestlers had done tributes to him, even those who weren't in WWE, like Edge did the "You Can't See Me," Samoa Joe did the salute before he locked in his superior version of the STF. Well, I'm just calling a spade, but yeah. So John Cena, from me to you, thank you. Who I'm not gonna cry. I know a lot of people were talking about, oh, I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be a sad day and everything, but don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. But nevertheless, that was kind of a corny way to end it. But you guys get the idea. It's very much facts, though. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on those post notifications so you know every time I upload videos, so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the match, my review. Did you like the match? Did you like my review of the match? Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace, and you can't see me.